Hello there. As promised, I'm back. I picked a vibe house so that, you could have something to look at and do while I read you this arguably bad writing. But, it is what it is. I have my laptop here, ready to go. Hi. Hi, everyone. When everyone starts to get here, I will start. I'll wait for everybody to join the vibe house as well. We got a nice room. Nice vibe room. It's okay. I got the music, baby, rock your body. Rock that body. Come on, come on. Okay. Oh, I'm glad, Kenzie? I don't know if that was hyped up or not. Hi, Layla. Okay, should I start with a poem that I have to give backstory to, or a really short story? Because there's one that I'm not reading, and it's just because it's personal, but I'm willing to read the other two. And they're kind of bad, but I did promise this, and it was something that meant a lot to me. Okay. Okay, let's see what song is on in here to see if it's a good ambiance. Because I had ambiance when I was writing. Nope. Okay. One watching? Okay, I know that's not true. How many people are actually here? It says one. Okay. I'll read this, and you have to understand that there's backstory here. Gay bits! Thank you. Okay. So I will explain that too. Okay, so this started in 2023. This has like been an ongoing poem that I've been writing since 2023. And I added a section every time I felt strongly about something. I was adding another section last night and I didn't get to finish, so I might not read that one. But oh, this is a terrible stream for you to come if you haven't been here for a while. This is not what I normally do. Okay. So this is right after I got out of a seriously bad this section is right after I got out of a seriously bad and abusive relationship, but I still wanted another one because I was lonely for a while and I hadn't had a girlfriend in like a year. So I guess I'd been out of it for a year. And so I just wanted a relationship at this point, and I said, guys, please don't judge me. You've probably heard the beginning of this, and it inspired me, and I wrote it at like 4 in the morning on a plane. I was talking with the moon last night. The moon told me something about the sun, and I told something about you. I asked how I could possibly try knowing you when there is such a distance keeping us from meeting. The moon told me that they and the sun rarely even shared the same sky, but as long as we were under the same stars, would be okay. The moon cried that night, and in their rain, I promised I'd tell the sun they loved her. And in the day, the sun dried the moon's tears, and she told me that I reminded her of them. But where's my sun? I pleaded. The sun didn't reply at first. I have no way to know, she said. But until you can hold her, the moon and I will keep you company. I thanked her and promised the same. I hope an eclipse will bring us both what we wish for. Cringiest shit ever. I know, okay? I was like 16. Okay. This is the second part, and this is after I got into another relationship that I knew from the beginning wasn't what I needed. But I was just hoping. So this is in November of that same year. I think I found my sun, I called to the moon. She's bright but quiet, just like you. She's soft and she's kind, but she's fiery too. Be patient, young one. You're excited too soon. The sun is not quiet. The sun is not quiet, and nor is the moon. I paused and began to realize the truth of their words. I stood in the sand by the lake, squinting up at them. Then how can I know? I asked. Which one did I find? I waited in the silence of the night. Neither, the moon replied. Do you not see? You've fallen in love with a star, so far away, and yet you've managed to reach her. If she is a star, then what does that make me? Stupid, the moon decided. You know not what she orbits about or what orbits her. You can't even see her clearly yet. With time, will I? The moon thought for a moment. As eager as you are, it's possible. I believe I will. I'll be with you regardless, they replied. I know. And that relationship was exactly that. So, that relationship turned into a one-sided. She always seemed very distant, and I could never. I understood her, but what I was understanding was always disappointing. Sadly, because she was very broken and very distant regardless, and she wasn't healthy enough to be in a relationship. And then in December of 2024, when I had a crush on Quinn, I've done it, I shouted, my bare feet in the sand. I looked up at the moon, they looked down where I stand. I found my sun, dear moon. Her thoughts are all sound, and I feel that I know what she orbits around. She's warm and she's joyous, she's quick and she's cunning, and just like your sun, she's incredibly stunning. It was quiet for a moment, the moon's voice of reason. Do you really love her? Or is it just for a season? My smile quickly fades. Now why that, would you ask? I'm just thinking, said the moon. I know of your past. I sit in the reeds, a low raven crows. To look back is death, but to learn is to grow. Do you believe me at least? I ask them with fear. I'm sorry that I do. Sorry, there's a big spider in here. Sorry. Give me a sec. What the fuck? God. I hate this game. No. What do I do with this? I hate this. I can't even kill it. It's in a crevice. I'm gonna try to kill it. No, it's the kind that you can't. I think this might be a recluse, so I gotta be careful. They're always recluses. Swear to God. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, I see him. Okay. I'm gonna wrap this around a fork and get him. Squish him. Show yourself. Oh, nuts. Got him. Okay. Okay. Scared the shit out of me because it was right next to me. It just crawled towards me. Okay. Where were we? Hi, Mar. Okay, I'll go back a couple of verses. I sit in the reeds, a low raven crows. To look back is death, but to learn is to grow. Do you believe me, at least? I ask them in fear. I'm sorry that I do, the moon says with a tear. The rain coats my face slowly, droplets speeding down my cheeks and wetting the grass poking through the sand around me. How many tears create the waves lapping onto the beach? The sky grows dark. Why do you worry so for me? I ask through the clouds. You found your son, the moon replies. I don't understand. You have yours and I have mine. Child, we may have our son, but do you see mine? We're constantly torn apart. To love a son comes at such a cost. But is it not worth it in the end? I ask the moon, raw hope spilling from my eyes. The sun has never left you, nor you... Oh, I lost it. My notes have closed. There we go. The sun has never left you, nor you her. There must be a reason. Dear girl, if it is worth it, there will be no true end. If you make it work, I say, then too shall I. I'll be with you, said the moon. Give it a damn good try. And then after I left her in January. This hurts, I said, looking up at the moon. I agree, they told me. I miss my son, too. She's doing all right. I see her every day. I see yours all night, and I can say just the same. And then on the 17th of January, a little bit later, I finally, I felt a little bit lost because who the fuck is Sid the Sloth? I felt a little bit lost because I finally gave up on God in January. And that was because I'd never felt alone in my life because, I'd always been like, well, I'm not alone. There's somebody watching everything I do. And I wrote, Moon, where'd you go? I shout through the clouds. No matter how loud I am, they don't want to be found. I've been looking for days, in the night nothing's shown. Where I've come for wisdom, I feel on my own. I need you again, I yell crying to the moon. I hear nothing back, as skies shift from black to blue. And that was it until September, where I started a part. And haven't finished it yet, so I'm not going to read that one. Yay. Is anybody still here? Or was that bad enough that it scared everybody off? Thanks, guys. I know you'd hype me up if it sucked, so I don't know how credible that is. But thank you for the gay bits. Okay. I can also read you. Hello? Anyways. I did write a book, and I published it. But I'm not going to tell you, and it's on Amazon, but I'm not going to tell you which one, because I don't want any of you to read it, because it's actually garbage, because I published it when I was like 14. I kid you not. I was a freshman in high school, and I published this book. And it's actually so bad. Maybe I will read you, just to make fun of it. I will read you some of that book. I've not heard of that one, no. But I wrote the book about, it's very accurate. I wrote it about 2020, which had been the year before. Thank you for the gay bits, Lily. I know, I liked that I published it at 14, but it was one of the few works that I actually finished. 3,000 bits. Damn. Okay. I also wrote this, and I titled it Quinn. And I don't actually remember when I wrote this. It was before we got together, but it wasn't super early on either. Thank you for more gay bits. Oh, it's my mom in the garage. Gay bits, thank you so much. Thank you, Nick. Okay. I was sitting in the dining hall, and they have big floor-to-ceiling windows, and so I was looking out at a courtyard type thing with fairy lights around it. And there was another couple there, and I was just eating dinner. You could get to 5,000. Girl. It's interesting seeing people experience magic from a distance. Through a. That's a typo. Hang on. Through a long window, I watch them, dancing in the rain, the moon blocked by the clouds. It's just water falling from the sky, creating puddles splashing against leaves, dripping off the ends of long pine needles, tiny bright droplets falling to the dirt and going dark again. They're twirling out there, looking at each other. They don't care that it's wet. A part of me smirks at them, watching the moment objectively that they seem to be lost in. I can't hear them, I can only see them getting wet. Coats they'll have to dry out, shoes they'll have to leave upside down overnight, cold shivers on the way up the hill. But part of me knows that if she was here, I'd be the same way. Time would freeze, and I'd know the little things wouldn't matter. I'd be too caught in the way her hair would cling to her face, the way the street lights would twinkle in her eyes, and in the falling shower like the stars had come down around us, holding our hand and hearing her laugh echo against the wet bricks surrounding us. Rain, the perfect accent to a moment such as this, giving the illusion of complete isolation and privacy in the open air. And oh, how beautiful it would be. Chilled droplets sliding down her face, warming between our lips and falling into our kiss. It would taste of her and sky. They're gone now, the dampened lovers, the incessant torrent of the rain and lightning having grown strong enough to chase them inside. I take another sip of my drink, nice and dry in the painfully artificially lit hall. I don't know how much time it'll be till I get a moment like that. I can only hope it'll be soon, throwing my jacket over my shoulder and feeling the cold bullets hit my own face. The magic gone, all that's left is the will to find it again. The end. Manu, thank you. Oh my gosh, so many gay bits. Thank you. Thank you guys. I stopped writing because I didn't like it for a long time. Not the writing. I didn't. Subs? How many? Sub? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the gay bits. Thank you, Zane. I should keep them in a collection as they grow and give them to Quinn. I usually read them to her. She used to take naps in the middle of the day when I was at school, and we'd be on FaceTime, and I had nothing to do. And after I finished my homework, I'd finish my homework, and she'd be on the phone, and she'd fall asleep. And then I'd just start writing, because I had nothing else to do, and I was seeing all the things that I wanted to experience with her, but it felt one-sided in the moment because she was asleep, and so all I could do was write it down. I think I have. Aw. Am I Jeff Buckley? I don't know who that is. I will. Do I watch slam poetry? Not unless it's in a musical, but I think that would be cool. Let me look up. I usually just titled them Quinn. Quinn quotes. This one's short. You want to hear about yearning? May 30th, 2025. Thank you for the gay bits. I catch myself thinking about her more often than I think about myself. I've never thought of myself as the missing type, but I catch myself dropping everything when I notice the scent of her in my clothes, dropping to my knees to inhale slowly as much as my soul can handle, trying to extract every bit of her essence from the cloth seams for myself, just to be with her for a moment. And that's it. Mm-hmm. Let me see. You better share some of yours with mine. Okay, here's one. March 1st. Wait, let me skim over this. Oh, okay. I wrote this as a metaphor for her. I was like, this isn't about Quinn. I forget when I write. There's a little bit of sunshine today. It's so rare here I almost forget what sunny days were like. It started as a little patch on the floor and grew until my room was a golden yellow. Thank you for the gay bits. It slowly expanded over my belongings, spilling between the layers of things. I let it grow over my skin, staying still and letting it warm me. There's a typo here, but I don't know what it is. Oh, a kindness I can't really repay. The radiant light doesn't know what it's doing. By merely existing, it's brought back a sense of comfort and joy I hadn't realized that I'd lost. The sun cannot try harder to warm me, nor did it make the choice to affect me in this day. All it's done is the one thing we are all capable of doing from a moment to moment: exist. And yet, I sit here in utter gratitude, thankfully existing close enough to feel. The purest things are the ones with little to no intention behind them. The kinds of things that make you happy to be alive. The kinds of things that exist in such a beautiful way, independent of ourselves. These are the kinds of things that we must hold on to. The end. The variety and moods of my streams. Thank you. You know what we'll do? We'll switch viewpoints. Look over there now. Thank you, Lily. Aw, thank you, Kim. I also have a note titled Reasons I Think Quinn is Autistic. My notes app is pure chaos. If y'all ever get a hold of my phone, just promise me that you will never open my notes app. Like, you will get such a pure vision into my soul that I'm scared. I don't even open my notes app. Don't do it, Joe. Notes app tour? We'll see. Maybe one day. It's just random lists of things, conversations I drafted. Get Quinn orange chocolates. One note says, uh-oh. Rock your body. Come on, rock your body. Rock your body. TV shows I was supposed to remember to get. The fan fiction I wrote for Quinn when she asked for this, and she didn't tell anybody she asked for this. Like, I was like, I'm a writer, I can do that. And she was like, you should write one about me and the dentist. And I was like, okay. And this was when I barely knew her. But you know what she did? She just told everybody that I wrote a fan fiction. She didn't say, we talked about this. And it's also completely PG. But she let everyone assume that I'd just written a fan fiction about her that was like super raunchy, unprompted. I was not happy about that. If y'all would like to hear it, I would love to read it. Okay, she wanted to come across as this, like, she wanted to be a dentist and she wanted to be like dentist daddy. Cause like, she was like, what would you guys do if I was like your muscle mommy dentist? She was like, somebody should write a fanfic about this. And I said, and she was like, she's just assigned it to me. And so I wrote a fanfiction about it. Thank you for the gay bits. Okay. I sent it to her, and this was my DM. I said, okay, I decided to make it pretty safe for work so it's safe to read on stream. I don't know what the Twitch limits are, and I tried not to overly sexualize you either. I don't know what your personal comfort level with that is, even if it's a joke, but it's ridiculous, and I decided to give you Dom energy for this one. Any of these things can, of course, be changed, reversed if you want. I'm happy to. It was pretty fun to write. And then I said, thank you for the gay bits. I said, it's called Brace Yourself for Dr. Quinn. And this is really cheesy. Get ready. The dentist's office is quiet. Too quiet. You fidget in the waiting room, flipping through a magazine you aren't even reading, just trying to calm the swarm of bees that have taken up residence in your stomach. You never liked the dentist, but today something feels different. Ominous, even. A sense of impending doom hovers over you, thick as molasses. Then suddenly, and this is also supposed to be in the style of a 14-year-old fanfic writer, suddenly the door swings open with a dramatic whoosh, and your heart practically jumps out of your chest. There she is, Quinn Fraser. The Quinn Fraser. Cosplay extraordinaire, Twitch icon, and apparently your new dentist. Your name, she says, her voice smooth as velvet, but carrying the weight of 1,000 suns. You barely muster a nod as you get to your feet, your knees threatening to buckle underneath the intensity of her gaze. Standing at 5'6", Quinn isn't exactly towering, but the presence she exudes is larger than life. Sorry, everyone who just joined. Her muscles, honed to perfection through some divine combination of gaming and deadlifts, strain against the fabric of her pristine white coat. Her chestnut hair, free-flowing and glorious, falls just to her chest, catching in the light in a way that makes it seem like a halo. But it's her smile, a smile no longer marred by braces. This is after she got her braces off. That steals your breath. Perfect. Straight teeth gleam like any devoted dentist's should. You catch yourself staring. Quickly, your gaze meets hers again. Her eyebrows lift slightly in amusement. She's obviously used to this response. Nonetheless, she remains firm. Come with me, she commands, turning on her heel with military precision. You follow her, entranced, into the inner sanctum of the dental office. Guys, I'm reading the fanfiction about Quinn. Context clues. The room is small, almost claustrophobic, dominated by the chair in the center that you know will soon be your throne of torment. You swallow hard as you sit down, the leather squeaking under your weight. It's cold. Quinn sighs, sliding white gloves onto her hands roughly, and curses at them. Sorry, it's been a long day. She forces the apology, her hands never wavering as much as her voice seems to. Quinn moves around the room with the grace of an angel, her every motion deliberate, every muscle in her arms rippling with purpose. If you missed the context, go back. It's important. She looms over you, adjusting the overhead light until it blinds you, and for a moment you're sure you've ascended into some kind of dental heaven. Or hell. Open wide, Pookie, she orders, her voice low, almost a growl. You obey, your jaw dropping as if on a string. She leans in, so close you can smell the minty freshness of her breath, her fingers gently prying your lips apart. Good girl, she mutters, inspecting your teeth. You feel exposed, but somehow you don't hate it. You never thought you'd be this close to your idol. And she has no idea. The cool touch of her latex gloves sends shockwaves through your system, making your pulse race. Is it possible to have a heart attack from sheer intimidation? You hope not. Quinn muses, her voice reverberating through the small space like an ominous toll of a bell. You've been neglecting your... Sorry, Lily. You've been neglecting your flossing, haven't you? Her tone is equal parts scolding and sultry. The way she looks at you, eyes narrowed, lips quirking into a half smile, makes you want to whimper out her name. But then she'd know you recognize her. She shakes her head at you with a dissatisfied sigh. Maybe? You squeak out, the words barely intelligible around her fingers, which are now in your mouth, carefully probing your teeth. I'm so sorry, guys, but you asked for this. This is your fault. She is meticulous, each moment calculated and precise, like a surgeon with a scalpel. You are utterly helpless, at her mercy. You don't often say this to patients. I don't often say this to patients, but I like that smile of yours. There's something different about you, she comments quietly. I'm not reading this with a straight face. Can you see my face? You blush immediately, wanting to tell her how you... It's almost over, don't worry. Wanting to tell her how you feel, but you hold back. You don't want to ruin it. Thank you, you reply in a high tone that makes you cringe when you hear it out loud. She tilts your head back a little further. Her hands... I don't want to say this anymore. Her fingers pressing against your gums. Atta girl, she purrs. The words were vibrating through your skull, making your brain short-circuit. The praise, laced with something deeper, something primal, makes you shudder. I don't want to do this. Who knew the phrase, atta girl, could be so devastating when uttered by someone with the authority of a drill sergeant and the biceps of a Greek god? Quinn continues her work, her expression one of intense concentration. The room is silent, except for the soft hum of dental instruments and your rapid breathing. Every so often, her chestnut hair brushes against your cheek. You have to fight the urge to melt into a puddle on the floor. The tension is so thick that you could cut it with a dental scaler. That wasn't part of it. At least you seem to be... Is this over yet? Okay, last few paragraphs. At least you seem to be brushing well, Quinn murmurs deeply. She doesn't wait for your reply. It's a high compliment, you know, she adds, raising an eyebrow. She polishes your teeth with such fervor that it feels like she's looking for your reaction, staring deeply into you. Yes, there was something possessing me, and this is really funny, and Quinn thought it was really funny. You asked for this, and it's your fault. Her mask covers her mouth and nose, but you could look back into her shining green eyes forever, and when she finally pulls away, peeling off her gloves with a snap that echoes like a gunshot, you are left panting, disoriented, and wondering if you'll ever be the same. Quinn straightens, crossing her arms over her chest, muscles bulging like she's about to challenge you to an arm wrestling match. You did good, your name, she says, as a dangerous glint in her eye. Yes, I did write this, and I wrote this in the style of a 14-year-old fanfic writer, and because she asked me to. I used to be a Wattpad writer. Shut up. But not for Quinn. You did good, your name, she says. There's a dangerous glint in her eye. But remember, next time I see you, I expect those teeth to be flawless. I don't tolerate slacking. She hands you a tiny floss dispenser, her fingers brushing yours in what feels like a shock of electricity. You stumble out of the chair, barely managing to hold yourself together as you walk out of the room, Quinn's presence still looming behind you like a shadow. The door clicks shut, and you stand in the hallway, heart racing, mind spinning. You've never been so utterly overwhelmed by a dentist appointment in your life. You aren't sure if you should laugh, cry, or both. All you know is that Quinn, with her skill, her eyes, and that devastating smile, has turned a simple dentist checkup into the most intimate experience of your life. And you can't wait to come back. The end. What did we think? No, not again. Please be aware, none of that was my real feelings. I just know how to write fanfiction. You go to an all-women dentistry so you get it. You sent me your raw reaction. Oh, God. Thank you, Nick. I'm scared. It's not loading. Hang on.
Kaelin, I love you, Queen, but what the actual hell was that? What the freak? What the freak? What? Also, you forgot the orbs and the curly blonde hair.
I did forget the orbs. You forgot the orbs and the curly blonde hair. What the freak? Anywho. I have what I wrote down to send Quinn when we first met, because when we first met, we were like trauma dumping on each other. I'm not going to read this aloud. But holy. Random book ideas. Rock your body. Rock that body. Come on, come on. Oh, no, yeah. This AI chatbots of Quinn were creepy. But they were really funny. They had no idea who Quinn was, and that was my favorite part. Like, legitimately, they had zero idea. They described her. I was like, tell me a little bit about yourself, Quinn. And they described her as a large African American woman who was very stereotypical. Did the windows just close? Okay. Oh, good luck, Layla. If you need to bring the fanfic for inspo and hand it to them as what you want, then that's cool. More? Are you seriously enjoying this? Like, this is something all of you are enjoying? Okay. I have more, but I don't know if I want to read them. Thank you for the gay bits. Her first stream with me on call. Send me the link to that right now. Oh, that would be cool. I should do that. I don't. Okay. I'm embarrassed. Um. Okay. It is a very vulnerable thing. Um. Who's copying you? We. Siop. We. Kaelin. Oh. I'm not copying you. Oh, somebody tried to steal your identity? How? Ha. I have more minutes than all of you. Anybody beat 45 minutes? And not have 45 minutes, beat 45 minutes. Oh, that guy up there has 121 minutes. Gay bits! Sid the Sloth is also jobless. Are you? I hope this person is in stream, because if not, that's a ridiculously long amount of time. Um, to just sit there and stare at nothing. What if I was first person? That would be it. Job, 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 job. Gay bits! Thank you. Oh, okay, good. Okay. I wrote this about having an anxious attachment style, and I wanted to write it. Oh my god, Lily, thank you. I wanted to write it with the backdrop of fall time. That doesn't mean this actually happened in the fall. And it just became about Quinn when I was. Thank you for the gay fits. When I was doing it. An anxious attachment style is um, the opposite of avoidant. So when you like you need emotional reassurance because thank you for the K bits. You got 5,000. My God, Lily, you're insane. But I'm grateful for you. Okay, so anxious attachment is you need emotional reassurance when things are wrong, and avoidant attachment is you want to, like, something's wrong, I need to go deal with it by myself. So I've always been a very anxious attachment person, and I used to date people with avoidant attachments, which are not good, not good at all. Don't be in those types of relationships. You need to have a healthy attachment style, but I still had an anxious attachment style, and I wanted to observe that in myself more, heal that in myself, especially before I was going to be in a relationship. Um, and I was able to, at least a little bit more. It's still something I'm working on. Um, but this is crazy. Um, but this was during that. And it became about Quinn. Because I also just liked the imagery of the fall, and I'd never written with it yet, so I wanted to experiment with that. So this isn't like this time last year, I barely even knew her. Yeah, Steve is on his way to kill you. I hope you know. You just got your braces off. Yikes. Okay. You have to you have to promise not to judge me on this, okay? Like if it's bad, the Gerbert edit, I do remember the Gerbert edit. I love him. I love Gerbert. Okay. Your last words shall be last bits. Okay. Yeah, I'll promise. Okay. This is one that I wasn't gonna read to you. So be nice. But don't lie to me. But be nice to me. Only constructive criticism. Fall had come perfectly on time this year, sending every urban mother rushing to the stores for decorations. Teenage girls gathered around giggling, smelling the autumn-scented candles. I feel in love with the world. Connected. Oh, I lost it. I'm pretty sure when my phone lights up with her name, I'll leave this dream, possibly never to come back. But now I hear the slow, soothing tone of old music. No anxious thoughts live here. I never liked warm drinks, but oh, how I loved the thought of them. The oversized sweater loosely wrapping my chilled fingers, clutching the handle of a mug filled with cinnamon and emotional comfort. I can see children running through the pumpkin patches in little dresses and slacks, matching each other. Surely a family photo that will hang in the entry of their house for years to come. Even the horses on the side of the road have sweaters. It's barely dropped below 70 degrees, but everyone seems in love with the world today. As I run out of things to see, I remember again that I'm waiting. I was almost happy alone for a moment. I have so much to do and so little motivation. I try desperately to feel the comfort again, smell the cookies and other sweets, pumpkin flavoring coating my senses and dark peace of the shedding woods. The seasons are the only things left untouched by the world's anger. I've never met a soul that hated fall. I hate the colors orange, brown, and red, and yet when they're mixed together in a cup, or in the cartoon turkeys in front of every happy house with children, and as they're swirling in the breeze, I love them. I'm waiting. There's no use trying to distract myself. I'll forget anyways. No, it doesn't matter. And she might not matter soon. This is a time for love and gratitude, a time for slow engagement with loved ones, a time to gather under the same roof and enjoy the little things the season brings, a time for family. I wish she was family. And what if she was? Would I not experience this alone? Could we do it together? Would she sit next to me? Would she sit with me next to the fire? Would she blow out the candles before we left the house? Would I hand her the glasses she needs from across the room so both of us could drift into a book? She said we should have kids. That would they be playing on a soft rug? Maybe it would be scratchy but durable, so no matter what they did, it would be placed on our floor year after year while they grew. It would match the rest of the autumn decorations I'd put up every year. How I make fun of the mothers that obsess over the season every year, but what I wouldn't give for a family to decorate for. I would have so much fun. Damn. I tried not to be anxious, and I'm not, now that I'm thinking of her. I know she feels the same way. I know it now more than ever, but she won't give in to the feeling. I'm not sure I could either, but how I would love to. Nice words. These are nice words. A leaf swipes my cheek as I walk, bringing me back to the moment. Aww. What's Thanksgiving? When settlers came to America, they had a feast with the native people who were here to show good faith. It's actually all fake though. That's not really what happened. That's what we're celebrating and pretending happened, but that's not actually what happened because the settlers like killed them all. Um, Anyways, Columbus was a dick. Um, it is confusing. A leaf swipes my cheek as I walk, bringing me back into the moment. Thank you for the gay bits. More gay bits. Around my feet they scatter, and I note which ones might be make a I can't speak. Around my feet they scatter, and I note which one might make a good crunch if I were to step on them under a boot. The dry ones scrape and scratch along the pavement in front of me, the breeze shifting around them. I continue on my way. I'm trying to read chat too. The songs from autumn's past fill my ears again, and I'm reminded of how connected we all are in the season. I wrinkle my nose at the man wrapping Christmas lights around the lamppost. It's far too early. I remember her talking about Halloween. It's her favorite. It's still more than a month away, but maybe I could make her a little something now. I imagine baking cookies in the shape of ghosts, brownies with skeleton frosting. As she comes home, I've taken the opportunity of my day off, deciding to do something special. The children we talked about might mill around our legs, hoping for a bite of the sweet and wanting to decorate them with the frosting we've made. She smiles at me while she tries it, and I grin back, leaning close to taste it on her lips with a short kiss that would make aging couples smile. My phone buzzes loudly, shocking me back into the underwhelming reality once again. I check it so fast it's like an instinct. It's not her. My heart drops, and my stomach with it. I want to slam my head into a wall. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I letting myself feel these emotions? Is it even a choice at this point? I know everything I love about her, and yet there's something I can't even identify. She's pulling me with her soul like a magnet. The disappointment subsides as I imagine us dancing in the living room, full of joy, dragging couches and tables out of the way to make room, and spinning until we can't stop laughing. The past doesn't matter when I'm here with her, and neither does the future. I just want to capture her smile in my mind and keep it like a photo stapled to my heart. My memories of her blend together in the most harmonious way, and I can remember her chin as she turns to the sun, her eyes as they light up watching someone who makes her happy, and the lines that form around her mouth when she smiles. I want to love her until they're permanent. It's just a dream, just a feeling. So why can I see it all play out? Why do I smile at her name, physically alone, but emotionally intertwined with her entire being? It's getting worse. No, not worse. There's nothing wrong now. Just deeper. Why do I feel like I need to see her always? She has too much going on, everything else in her life actively going wrong. It's so selfish to want her attention now. It's stupid. I can't believe she ever even noticed me in the first place. I'm so glad she did. I've done everything I can to ease her anxiety, and I feel it again. I do this every time, setting a precedent that will eventually drain me if it's not returned, and it never is. Sorry, I lost it. So why am I doing it? Why do I love her? Why do I love falling asleep on the phone with her? I love telling her she's pretty. I love telling her she's a good person. I love giggling. Wow. I love giving her I love this is too small. I love giving her the reassurance she needs. She calls me pretty too. I sigh, realizing the dream around me has come and gone several times over. I looked down at the brush and the tip of my I looked down and brushed the tip of my boot against the dry ground, barely disturbing the bone-like dirt. It's so much easier to be here and think of her than to walk alone, contemplating my surroundings. More and more of my thoughts are consumed by her, less and less go towards the world around me. A young robin lands a few meters from me, flitting around quickly, pecking at the ground, before fluttering away. I wonder how he hides when the hawks come. His bright, beautiful feathers make him painfully easy to see against the darkening shrubbery. He reminds me of the plants that give the outdoors their smell during the season. Magnolia seeds. Bright red beans no bigger than a pea, once broken, embody the smell of autumn. I had searched for that smell all my childhood years, and it had only been this season that I'd discovered them. I never particularly loved magnolias, too small to be a tree and too big to be a bush, but their seeds are divine. Plucked from their boring brown pockets and snapped between two thumbs, they fill the air with the scent of dying flowers, tragic and beautiful at the same time. The scent I smell now starts to make me sleepy, something I haven't felt in a while. I wonder if she too is sleepy. Maybe she's drifted off and that's why she hasn't seen my message. She must have. Or her phone was lost or taken from her, though it's unlikely. I try to think of anything that I've said that would be bad for others to see and cringe remembering what I'd said just hours before. I hope she's asleep. My thoughts are racing, and suddenly I have that horrible feeling of anxiety again, starting on my chest and rising to my head, wrapping my heart in sharp, bony hands that sting while digging their skeletal nails into the soft flesh of my veins. But there's nothing I can do. I can't rip it off, but I can only sit with it, unable to think of anything else. What if she's gone? What if she will never speak to me again? She could be ignoring me, or worse, dead. What if she fell victim to the struggles of her own mind and lost the battle? What if I had no idea when she decided to leave, and now no one will hear her sweet voice ever again? My heart starts to pound louder and louder. I remember another autumn when I didn't know what she'd done or how she'd felt. But no, it's not the same. It's a different girl, but my fears are unchanging, and by the time I realized it had been too late, I pulled out my phone and messaged again, asking, "Are you okay?" Even though I know from her it must seem pointless. I can't help myself. The air around me seems thinner, and the blessings and joys of the season fade into darkness as I can do nothing but remember. The rich petrichor that once filled my nostrils with peace now burns on its way to my lungs. I know I'm not in my right mind right now, and that it will pass. My brain knows that, but the rest of my body is desperately trying to flee the feeling. This isn't me, I tell myself, but I don't believe it. I can see just fine, I can hear and feel, but my brain has stopped processing the information, like I'm watching the world from the back of my mind now. The rustling trees called to me, trying to bring me back, but I could never reach them now. I have to breathe and sit with the feeling for a moment. It's not like I could run from it. What can I do? Everything was fine, and then I convinced myself of her death, of her feelings and lack thereof. I sigh, noting once again my struggle with emotional impermanence. It had been described to me as a child like an object. When I can see the teddy bear, I know it's there. When somebody puts it behind the chair, I still know it's there, even though I can't see the evidence in front of me. Babies struggle with this, not comprehending that the teddy bear still exists behind the chair or that mom doesn't disappear when she leaves the room. I constantly struggle with the same thing emotionally. If I'm not looking at current proof of someone else's feelings, it's hard to trust they didn't go away. I curse myself for this, even if I can't help it. I hate myself for it. It's not fair to ask for reassurance all the time, especially on feelings that haven't even been said aloud. I've gotten better, I know that much, but the struggle remains, so here I am, waiting again for that reassurance to pop out of thin air. What was I thinking? Is it selfish to need a reply at all? I know she's struggling, but I only want to help. I remember her laugh again, loving the way she sounds when she's happy. I remember her ideas, I remember her thoughts, at least the ones she shared. Sorry, please, somebody describe this to them. I have my own passions and hobbies, all of the things I enjoy in life crammed into my brain, but I've given her a section of my thoughts as well, with plenty of room. I love how she talks to children. I love how she teases the ones she cares for. I especially love how she captures the world through her perspective with her camera. Her weapon of choice. She holds a mirror to life's beauty, and all I can do is watch in awe. It's like a look into her soul, seeing the moments, places, and things she chooses to keep. I wonder how she'd capture this moment now. Maybe she'd pay attention to the pine cones littering the ground amongst the green, unripe walnuts thrown down by frustrated squirrels. Perhaps she'd enjoy the changing leaves falling around me. There's no way of knowing. The inner mechanisms of her mind are an enigma, but maybe that's why I'm so curious, constantly trying to understand her. It feels almost like an obsession, but I've come to the conclusion that it isn't. With that, there would have to be something to gain. Of course I love her, but I'm also simply fascinated by her in this way. A cool breeze lightly numbs my cheeks, and I smile again. I look around, back in the present moment at last. No matter what's happening on her end, there's little I can do to change it, and there's no use worrying. It's a statement I think often, but rarely embody. I half regret my second text, but conclude that the waiting for now will be okay. I breathe deeply again, and there it is, the smells of fall. I hate the timing of my resolution, and I didn't have enough time to truly be happy alone before my phone buzzed. Despite my understanding, I reached for it immediately, and she was asleep. She thought she'd called me before. She thought we'd been on the phone the whole time, and was upset waking up when I wasn't there. I hate myself for the amount of relief I feel. However, I can't help but feel it. She's alive, she's okay, and she cares. Good luck getting your blood drawn. The end, guys. Thank you, Layla. Yes, you're adopted. How old was I? 18? 17? Freshly 18, I think. Wait, no. Not freshly. A little bit into my 18 year. Thank you. You forget I'm an adult. I am curious, though. You don't have to say yes. Please don't say yes if it's just to appease me. But does anybody find that feeling relatable? No, she hasn't. She's in school. Really? Thank you, Layla. The feeling of the bye, Lily. Thank you so much for everything. Um yeah, the anxious, emotional impermanence thing that you can't really do much about besides feel. You sent me your other live reaction.
Bro, I'm literally gonna cry. That was so sweet. What? Oh my god. So sweet. Please, legitimately, never stop writing. And yes, that feeling is so, so relatable. Please, I wish you never run out of inspiration for as long as you live, and you're always able to, pour out your feelings onto paper. That was so beautiful. Oh my god, bro. I'm actually gonna cry.
That was so sweet. Thank you, Kim. That made my day. That was a really vulnerable thing, and I'm. Hey! Okay, reconnect. That was a really vulnerable thing, and I'm really grateful that you guys liked it. Kim speaks for all of you. Okay, we're back. We are so back. How are you moving around like that? No, do that again. Keep scooting around. That's really funny. Wait, get up. I want to do that. Oh, I don't know if this person's in stream. Oh, somebody took your spot, Sid. Oh, Kim. Yeah, I do usually use pen and paper for something like that. It helps. It helps add another perspective if you can either write it from the first person of like if you if you're trying to understand somebody else, you can try and write their story from the first person, and that can help. And if you're trying to understand yourself, write yourself from either first or third person. Now we're all just piling. I love us. I'm not gonna explode. Thank you guys. Okay. This is when this was when we were just friends. Um Oh, that's cute. Of course I noticed you. Um this is when we were just friends, but I missed her a lot. Um and I was talking about a fair that I'd just gone to, wondering what she'd think of it because she'd never been to like I'm in Texas. She'd never been here and it's very different than Los Angeles. And so I wanted to capture that. This one's pretty short. Bye. Have a good day. An outdoor carousel spins slowly. The few flickering my mouth is like going slack. The few flickering lights making it seem older than it is. In one hand I hold a candied apple, in the other my phone. I wish it was her hand, but I know she'd be lost here. The run-down fall fares of home might be something she'd enjoy. There's just no way she could join me now. A child wearing a bright pink jacket trips in front of me, dropping her honey sticks and rock candy. She's lovingly dressed, her dark blonde locks done in a way only a mother can. She quickly recovers, continuing to playfully chase the shepherd's dog loose on the farm. I smile. When I was that size, I had similar taste. Long gone are the days when someone would tie my hair back with ribbons while I waited patiently seated on the edge of the counter. An old painted sign, worn down by time and weather, reads Fall Fun Fair in big colorful letters. It's faded by the sun, but still serves purpose in the overcast day. I set the apple down. I never liked caramel anyway. I head over to the fruit stall, past dozens of children and several horses. Chickens mill about the fair, which is full of sweet stalls, all sorts of festival foods. So many families. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to take a family here one day. I've always had more aspirations than wife and motherhood, but it's been on my mind lately. I want a child to carry on my shoulders like all the fathers I see, and to spoil rotten with all the sugar at the fair. The rodeo will begin soon, so I need to hurry. I wonder how she'd look at all this. So foreign to the place she calls home, and it would probably be a shock. The fairs she grew up with aren't filled with neighbors, low stimulation, and events filled with families looking to gather together. It's not nearly as commercialized as where she lives, with most things coming at only the cost of a smile and a nod of gratitude. Sometimes I wish I could live in the moment instead of thinking about her. How could I have come to miss somebody who I don't even know yet? I feel like I've known her for lifetimes, and yet we've never even met. We've never even met. How stupid do I have to be? The end. Thank you, Layla. It's hot in here, but that's mostly because when I get insecure, I get hot. Okay. Do y'all hear the beating too? City girl, country girl. Okay. Missing someone. I didn't barely know her at this point. I knew her very well, but it's not like we were together. I'm running out of ones that I feel comfortable sharing. Not because they're inappropriate, but because even as personal as these are, they get a little bit more personal, and I like to protect some of them and keep some of them to myself. Um, it's really hot in here. Yeah. I'm looking in my Quinn quotes, and a lot of them are too inappropriate to like say on stream. Not because she's like, but I can't talk about any like some things on stream. If I were a tampon, you'd be the string because I rely on you. I was so sorry. Some of I wish the funniest ones are ones I cannot say. One I can always tell if Quinn's paying attention because she only half replies to what I've said. Like only half comprehenses. Wow, only half comprehends. I said Pope Francis died on Easter. She goes, "Oh, is he okay?" And kept going. I said, "No, Quinn, he's dead." She asked, "Why wouldn't you love me if I had a penis? I thought you'd love me no matter what." She said, "I like Taxi. He's anxious and bisexual, just like me." I really wish. These are so funny. I so wish that I could share them with you. Of course, I have asleep. Thank you for the sub. And then falls back asleep. Quinn quotes are the funniest. But I can't share them. I'm so sad. Oh, here's the note I wrote to Quinn when I was going to ask her to be my girlfriend. I remember writing that all out. I wrote it on the plane. No, that was so funny. Wait, I'm going to reenact. Thank you for the sub. It was literally that. My chair is moving. That's why I didn't just switch chairs um when I saw the spider. Rock your body. Is that a straight bit? Correct this immediately. Never stop writing or feel awkward or anything. It's truly such an honor to look into the eloquence. Aww. Aww. Hi, Stormy. You know, I don't want to say hi to you when you're being rude. I love that this is us just laying down and also Kim looming over us. Aw, thank you, Kim. Corrected. You're defending me? Ah, Kim, my protector. This is this is kind of what you doing up there? Okay. All right. I have run out of poetry. So, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking if we'll play other games. For some subs, I will switch over to How to Train Your Dragon and we will turn this into a mental health stream and I'll set up, I'm not gonna lie. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption tomorrow, so you should all be there tomorrow. Of course we would be up to meeting them. Sorry, Stormy. Well, okay, sometimes I forget that, like, because, like, I view you as somebody who's, like, here a lot, and so it's like, of course Stormy's here. It's like how Quinn doesn't say hi to me when I show up for the first time in stream, because she knows I'm gonna be there. But I can be better at that, because if you don't feel appreciated. Yay! Without water for a week. A week? Walk, rock your body. Rock that body. Come on, rock that body. Rock your body. And if you hear this song, then go on, bend your back. Hey, go on, bend your knees, baby. She can do the maths. Oh yeah, you can subscribe for free if you have Prime. By the way, if you have Prime, you can subscribe to a streamer for free. Is it? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that is in your house. I was thinking you were at work, and I was like, why doesn't she have water at work? Amazon Prime. Gay bits, gay bits, gay bits. Come on, rock that body, rock your body. Rock your body, come on, rock your body, rock your body. You want to do something in Minecraft, but you want to ask me about it first. Oh, that's right. You don't work Fridays. I forget. Wait. Oh my god, I fear the song is ending and we didn't get to listen to this one. Aww. Why is it slowed down? Hi, Lily and Mia. Joe, lift me up in all your I want you in my arms, so let me hold you. Never let you go again, like I did. Oh, I used to say. Good luck, Layla. Would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I'm falling to. You had me. I was lost in the dark, but then I found her. I found you. Made a Minecraft what? Sorry. Again. That's a straight bit. Roger, I'll never let you go again, like I did. Oh, I used to say. Yes. I got caprese salad in my ulcer. This hurts. This hurts. Fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall. Wait, you guys can hear the same music as me, right? do it, but I want to see her for homecoming. I want to go to her dance. Take me back to the night we met. And like, I'll still be 19. I think you can't go if you're over 21, but of course that wouldn't come up. Do a money-making stream soon. Every stream is a money-making stream. Just kidding. It's not. This is a poetry reading stream, as it says in the title. Homecoming, like coming home. So homecoming in America is basically when all the alumni from high school get to come back. I thought Layla left. She's still lurking, isn't she? Basically all the alumni get to come back for the game, and so they're celebrating those alumni, but there's also a dance for all the students, and so it can be a romantic dance. Like, people ask each other to homecoming, and so like if Quinn asks me to her homecoming, which is kind of a duh, but then we go to the dance together. It's like a less important prom. So like last year in my thank you, Brooklyn. A slow dance would be cute, and we'd take so many pictures. I want to go to her homecoming and to her prom, and her mom wants me to come to both of those things, but she hasn't asked about homecoming yet. I don't think her mom realizes how soon it is, because it's on the 19th. So it's not far away. You want a TikTok? No, of course we can film a TikTok. I think I would wear a suit. I have to confirm that I'm going first, but I want to go suit shopping so bad. Like, I'm genuinely so excited, because I don't want to wear a dress. And my last homecoming and prom, I wore a dress, and I was kind of uncomfortable. But I didn't know that was why. Like, I thought that it was just, like, I just never felt comfortable in dress, and I was like, the problem is me. The problem was me, but it wasn't that I was bad at picking dresses. It was just that I didn't feel comfortable in dresses. Quinn would wear a dress. I think I'm going to give Quinn my prom dress to wear if she wants to. I wear it for senior prom. It's silver and sparkly. Yeah, I do too. Why did we do the opposite for the TikTok? Because Dina and Ellie are, like, supposedly canonically the feminine mask. That was, like, I'm not a dress wearer, and I feared that a lot of people would think I was, but she was like, are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable the whole time? And I was like, no, I know it's fake. Like, it's for a TikTok. This isn't me. And if people think it's pretty, they're still thinking I'm pretty. Like, I'm a lot less insecure about it than I used to be, because I have found what I want to be. I've found what I'm comfortable in, and so me wearing a dress doesn't make me insecure anymore, because I know that's not, like, I know that that's not what I'm comfortable in. Did the Lorax just fucking show up here? Yep. It's Izzy. Yeah, Quinn dress, me suit. It's like I'm making an edit of this. What is going on between Kim and this Lorax? Oh, we are gonna make so many homecoming videos if I can go. Kim, you can do so much better. I do. It doesn't get better than the Lorax. The slow turn. I can't wait for Halloween season. They're not doing a Last of Us maze anymore. Quinn was gonna get hired. Like, I swear. Her mom was pushing her to go get hired to be Ellie. She's, like, perfect for the Horror Nights maze, but they quit doing it. I'm also a Christmas girl, but I will always indulge in my girlfriend's obsessions. Now this is just an edit of Kim and the Lorax. I love you too. Can somebody make this edit, please? But I don't have eyes. Rare aesthetic. Quinn almost made like a rare aesthetic my girlfriend on our period post because I cry about stupid shit. All the time. All the time. I like never cry unless I'm on my period. And Quinn likes to lie and say that I do, but I don't. Yeah, Gerbert was interesting. I meant to have Shannon sign Gerbert so that no one would ever think of him as inferior because he was signed by Shannon Woodward. What is the funniest Quinn? You're better than trees? I hope so. You look high, Scoot. What is the funniest Quinn? Sleepy Quinn is pretty funny. I think Sleepy Quinn is the funniest, yeah. or Hungry Quinn. Because she is so angry. Like, you know that picture of an angry Pomeranian? Like, that's how I feel that she is when she's hungry. She goes, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you up. You're gonna be sad. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna beat you. And then you hand her a sandwich and she's like, I love you so much. Of course she's kidding the whole time. She would absolutely never. I love Hungry Quinn. Sometimes I hate Hungry Quinn. Sometimes I fear Hungry Quinn, because when she doesn't know that she's being Hungry Quinn, it's scary a little bit. Stormy, you can come down to get a meal, but then you have to eat it in the trees. No. Thanks for the sub, is Sleepy. No, she's scared because she doesn't realize that it's because she's hungry that she finds everything everyone does annoying. And so we'll just be sitting there. Let me think of an exact quote. Let me think. I don't remember any exact ones, but she gets frustrated super easily at like literally nothing, and then you feed her and she's so happy and friendly and cuddly. Like she's back to normal, and then you're like, oh, this was the problem the whole time. She does get hangry. My hangry girlfriend. You're tanning? In fairy lights? Yeah, that has been the reason before. But no, it's not. Do they say that? Listener, write in. What do we think of this relationship? Oh, she's turning away from him. What's he doing? I can't tell if he's about to give her back shots or... Oh no, but what if you find someone with eyes? Oh, they're fighting. Kiss, 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 kiss. How do you know what orange is, Kim, if you don't have eyes? No one said that. Also, I need that. I feel like if I was dating someone blind, I would lie to them about my looks. Give me 1 second. I have to go in the hall so that this loads.
All the days we were together, to all the time we were apart of each other's lives, heart to
Wi-Fi's not working.
So we never saw the start of each other's lives. Heart to heart, heart to heart, heart to heart.
Okay, guys, here's what happened. I was on Instagram and I saw 5 weeks ago, I saw this video. And it was like, oh yeah, God's not real. If God was real, then it says God doesn't exist. If Earth's oxygen levels were 4% lower, we'd suffocate. 4% higher, and we'd burn to death. And I said, you forgot the part where we evolved to sustain those oxygen levels, which is true. If those oxygen levels were different, we would have evolved to survive in those oxygen levels. And somebody named Aiden said, shut up. And that was 35 minutes ago. I left this comment 5 weeks ago. So I commented back 1 second ago and said, the truth hurts, Aiden. Why is there a monkey? Oh, it's Dobby. Bye! Why don't we play a different game? I've reduced the price to 0 because we didn't make it. But for some subs, I'll actually turn it into a mental health stream because, and I don't like putting a price on that, but because it is such, like, it's kind of deep.
You ready?
Hi, Steven, Yellow, you guys missed it. Yeah, I'll talk about religion. I don't want any, like, huge arguments in my chat unless people are being disrespectful. I do believe that religion can be genuinely damaging. So sometimes I do talk about it because I genuinely fear for the safety of teenagers involved in religion because I was a teenager involved in religion. Bye. Yella and Steven, you guys both missed me reading all of the poetry about Quinn. You missed it too? Guys, I already read it. Happy birthday! I hope you're having a good birthday. I made Kim cry. Will I be here in an hour? I don't honestly know. Perhaps. Perchance. Why are you in a bad mood? Why does only one head get it? Welcome back. I did enjoy your Sid avatar. I feel like a desperate random fan who requested to add you. What? I don't want slots for eggs. Good night. I just want more Night Furies. No. Wait a minute. What? I am on Dragon Rider 5. Hang on now. I'm on Dragon Rider. I am on Dragon Rider level 29. I'm not doing the not gonna lie yet. Because I was low-key feeling really insecure earlier, so I'm not sure if in the mood that I'm in. And I feel like engineering a mood boost is kind of a shit thing to do. So, I don't know if I'm gonna... Because I don't know. I felt very vulnerable earlier, and usually I want to give advice from a standpoint of not being that way. I don't know. If that sounds stupid, maybe I'll think again. Do I know if Quinn's gonna stream? Probably. She's been missing it. What's your question? I don't know about your mini toothless. Of course I'll read a small blurb you wrote. I've been streaming for a while. It's impossible to level up. Oh my god. Also, I think I need a therapist. What? Well, everybody needs a therapist. But I think that there are some things that it's not fair to ask just random people. Have I not added you on Roblox? Oh, I would. I don't know. I probably thought I did add Izzy, and it was just the wrong Izzy. Because as we discovered yesterday, I was friends with a random Izzy, and I have no idea who that is. Thank you, Kim. I'm thinking. I don't know if it's gonna be a mental health stream or not. Like, it wasn't in the agenda today. Like, I wasn't mentally prepared to do a mental health stream today. Positive vibes. When I was writing poems about Quinn, I didn't share them with her immediately, no. She heard them before you guys did, but she didn't hear them when I was writing them. She usually texts by now? I mean, she's at school. I woke up with her. No, she's in school. She cannot text in the stream. Oh, she just texted me, actually, as you said that. She said good morning. It's afternoon. Guys, I promise not to have another stream titled My Girlfriend Left Me unless my girlfriend actually left me, okay? Like, next time you'll know it's real. But there won't be a next time. We were talking about it yesterday. She goes, we are not making our kids children of divorce. Bro. You're all adopted, yeah. Don't like your family? Choose another. Have it be ours. Aww, thank you, Stormy. We will have no children of divorce. Bat family? don't want to stop streaming, but I might get bored of this soon, so I'm going to offer, because I promised everybody I would do this tomorrow. Gay bits. Hi, Yella. I thought you just, like, straight up left. Like, I thought you said hi and then went. I didn't see any more chats from you. I'm glad he's here. For 50 subs, I will play Red Dead a day early. Even though I've advertised it for tomorrow. Aww. We'll have fun. I will add you, but I don't know how to add you. Hang on. Of course we can play Minecraft one day. Hang on. Leaderboard? Nope. That's not it. There. Menu! Oh, you actually did mean menu. I thought you just badly misspelled Manu. Did you guys know Twitch is still yet to pay me? It's ridiculous. I don't know why I keep trying. Everyone here is adopted, including you. What's my favorite food? Ooh, it changes. For my entire childhood, I said steak. Ooh, that's a cool looking one. I like caprese salad, which I have a little bit of with me, but it hurts my ulcer. Let me think. Canes. You are the youngest who gets bullied. Sometimes by me. Who doesn't bully their kids a little bit? Your goated connection. What about Wingstop? It's my dad's favorite. I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't. I'm honestly considering just playing Red Dead. However, I advertised it for tomorrow, so I want to make sure that the people who were planning on only coming tomorrow actually get there. Stormy very strongly feels that I should not play Fortnite. Stats. Hey! They changed it. Oh, here it is. Berserker. Common. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I hate this game. Okay. Actually, that's a lie. I love this game. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get off or keep trying to find something to play. I think I'll go for now and then come back later, okay? Maybe I'll come back later. Probably we'll be back later. Ah! No, let me back on. Gonna kill this one just because it hit me. Yeah, fuck you. Okay. I'm glad you guys liked it. I will probably be back later, but I'm not sure. Oh my god. Dude, I was just trying to protect my dragon. Okay, anyways. I'll be back. Maybe I'll write more poetry and then read it to you. I don't know. Bye, everybody. Love y'all.